Hi, and welcome to this brief introduction to Unaric Scan for Salesforce. Unaric Scan enables your organization to scan and print any barcodes in Salesforce and integrate those to either any standard or custom object as desired. Let's go ahead and take a look at a demonstration. So starting from the mobile device, Unaric Scan supports the Salesforce mobile application on either a phone or any tablet device. Additionally, Unaric Scan delivers a number of pre-built components out of the box that you can use, or you can clone and modify those as desired using Flow, no coding required. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of examples. So the first one we'll look at is scan and search. So this is simply scanning in a barcode, and it will search for the corresponding record in Salesforce and deliver that to the application. So I'll just click on the scan button, and I'll scan a particular barcode you can see here, and it's matched for a particular account record and product record. And I can go ahead and just open up that account record, view that record, and then proceed to open that up in the Salesforce mobile application. Another example that we deliver is scan and create task. So in this example, we've turned on the repeat and multi buttons, which is part of Unaric Scan, that allows you to scan multiple barcodes at once and process those together. So I'll go ahead and just click on the multi-scan, and it's going to scan multiple barcodes, and I can click done and click next. You can see it scanned those 3 barcodes for me, and then I can go ahead and create a Salesforce task in this example. As mentioned, these are pre-built components, sample components that you can use as delivered, or you can clone or modify those or create your own. So if I turn your attention to the core application, now we'll talk a little bit about how Unaric Scan is configured for your organization. So I'll start by accessing the Sample Codes tab. This is just a quick example of some of the barcodes we support. Virtually any barcode type is supported with Unaric Scan. Next, I'll go ahead and look at a contact record in Salesforce. And this is an example, as I mentioned, of any standard or custom object can support putting in barcodes and tracking those barcodes and using our solution to scan in those barcodes. What you can also do is you can drop in our component on your page here so you can visualize that barcode. In this example, it's a QR code. What you can also do is optionally you can save those barcodes to files, as you can see here in the system. And then you can use those saved image files and process those or email those as appropriate. If I go back to the contact tab now, and I'm just going to view all contacts, what you can also do is you can print those barcodes for those specific records. So as an example, I'll just select all contacts, and I'm going to click print labels. And it's going to show a PDF of those barcodes to print off using a standard printer or a labeler printer like an Avery. You can also clone and modify this as required to suit your requirements. Let's look at another example. We'll look at the asset tabs and records in Salesforce, and I'll just click on an asset. So here you can see another example of a barcode that I've dropped into the page, again, a QR code. And as mentioned, the QR code on any record or barcode in any record could be made up from a custom field, such as this barcode field here, a standard field, such as the serial number field, any custom object that you create or field that you create, as well as even record IDs or the asset ID as an example. So basically any object in any field you can use to represent your barcodes in the system and use Unaric Scan to scan in those barcodes. So how can you configure this to support your business requirements? Well, as mentioned earlier, you would simply use Flow. So here's an example of a delivered flow component, and we deliver a number of pre-built and packaged flows that you can use out of the box or configure those and clone those, or even just create one from scratch and drop in our components. So here's an example of the scan and task flow that we showed earlier. And you can see here there's a start scan screen component, and you would just drop in our delivered scan component into your flow. And then you have some parameters that you can specify as to how our component and our scanning capability will work. And it's that easy. Thanks for watching.